Hello everybody, I'm Misa Narrates. This is my digital space. I hope you enjoy. I have been away from YouTube for a second, but this week, I'm going to be dropping an episode of the review every day of the week. So, this one being the first, we have Miss Rouge with AKA, featuring AKA for their single One by One. Now, somebody came to me in my DMs talking about a proposal to do some of the, I guess we should say, like some of the research that I kind of don't get around to doing all the time, or that takes me a lot of time. But basically, somebody by the name of Mthandeni came to me. He's from Pretoria, South Africa, and he approached me via DM, pretty much like offering to do the technical research for the review. And I really, really appreciate that. So this episode was, I guess, like researched by him. So some of his findings are in front of me. I'm looking at them on my laptop. I can't read some of them because he's very thorough, but that also means that I'm no longer reacting if I start reading some of them. So I've had to kind of just like remove, like keep that section of the document closed. But for the time being, we are going to be looking at, like I said, Rouge's video for One by One featuring AKA. So some production notes. It was directed by Armsdeal, who has apparently worked with numerous artists such as Ricky Rick for Stay Shining, Muzi for Good Times Only, and Faith Nketi's Ishu. The director of photography in this instance is Nkululeko Lebambo. VFX, I presume that's special effects, done by, or After Effects, are done by Tshepo Selim Matsela from the production group Sid FX, if that's how it's pronounced. Yeah. So apparently Sid FX and Rouge seemingly have done a few projects together. And we will see. The style of the video is a performance video mixed with minimal narrative, high production value. It was shot in 2 locations. Interior being a controlled studio setup, and an exterior being an uncontrolled setting, being the mini golf course. So that's what we're going to be seeing. I will get into the cinematography notes next, or after I've watched the video. So for the time being, if you haven't seen this video and you're watching it for the first time here, I hope you enjoy.
One by one, baby, we can do it one by one. Take it 2 by 2. What we talking about, me and you? Baby, let's go, we can do it. For the good and the bad, yeah, we in it for the long run. Baby, let's go, we can do it. For the good and the bad, yeah, we in it for the long run. We can do it. For the good and the bad, yeah, we in it for the long run. We can do it. For the good and the bad, yeah, we in it for the long run. Baby, do you love me more than yesterday? Do you want me? You know you can tell me now. Cause I'm just saying, I'm just saying. Thinking to myself, does he really love me? Then go and get it somehow. Cause I'm just saying, I'm just saying. I'm doing better, forgot you so. Till I listen to the radio, and there they go again, would you say? They're playing my jam, would you say? Makes a girl wanna fall in love, being in love with someone she wasn't thinking of. Hey, there was a gap in the system. Drizzy told my feelings, so I chose that I'ma fill it all one by one. Baby, we can do it one by one. Take it 2 by 2. What we talking about, me and you? Baby, let's go, we can do it. For the good and the bad, yeah, we in it for the long run. Baby, let's go, we can do it. For the good and the bad, yeah, we in it for the long run. Now you go break my heart in pieces. Mona Lisa, perfect picture, cut me deep like Caesar. I don't wanna buy no Gucci bag for forgiveness again. R-E-S-P-C-T, my best friend, my best friend. I'm not gonna hurt you again. Baby, give me one more chance. Back up, what you gonna do? Big boy, I'ma come for you. Fall in love with you all over again. One by one, baby, we can do it one by one. Take it 2 by 2. What we talking about, me and you? Baby, let's go. We can do it. For the good and the bad, yeah, we in it for the long run. Baby, let's go. We can do it. For the good and the bad, yeah, we in it for the long run. We can do it. For the good and the bad, yeah, we in it for the long run. We can do it. For the good and the bad, yeah, we in it for the long run.
So my thoughts to this point, I am enjoying the minimal styling. Okay, so Rouge, in my opinion, looks good in everything. She looks good in everything. She looks good, especially when she's not trying. Like, old girl could wear a t-shirt and jeans and you could think that she's giving you life, right? So I love the sleek, almost like Men in Black-esque style of dress for Keenan, and then for her, it's very like, this is just very sleek and sexy, and I like that. Hair on point, makeup minimal, on point, does what it needs to do. I like the special effects, they're cute, right? So I'm understanding this video to be, Rouge kind of playing mastermind, I guess, for this couple to determine whether or not they are a perfect match for each other. That's what I'm getting to this point. Is it well articulated that that's what's happening? For me, they're like, it almost feels like there are moments that are missing from that communication. So either it's a problem with the effects, or it's a problem with like the pacing of how the story is being told. But overall, you eventually catch on that it seems as if Rouge and AKA are like the masterminds of this love, or like minding the love that is taking place on the golf course. That scene on the golf course, for me, I mean, it's cute. It's cute. It's cute. I'm getting very hidden camera vibes, and I don't know if that's what I care for, but I mean, it's cute. It does the job that is requested. It shows the two characters in love and like playing with each other and like, feeling on each other consistently throughout their shots. So it's cute. Let's continue.
I don't talk to friends, they gon' judge, no thanks. I'm not a pilot, but your loving don't land. I can't describe my feeling. Someone describe this feeling. I don't talk to friends, they gon' judge, no thanks. I'm not a pilot, but your loving don't land. I can't describe my feeling. Someone describe my feeling. I got a picture for everything. Baby, your wedding ring resembling my future in a way. Clocking.
Oh my God, I have to stop. This shot is gorgeous. It really is. It's so candid. I love that. Oh, I love that. It's so pretty with the flower. And I like that she's not in too much glam, right? So the main character in the romance is not in glam almost at all. I mean, I'm seeing clear skin, so maybe foundation, a light eyebrow, and some just really great mascara. If anything, all I would say is that, like, I would wish that the bottom lash line was cleaned up a little bit, but at the same time, this is very hidden camera-ish, right? Like I said, and as you can see from just this frame alone. So I'm almost not surprised that there's a bit of wear to her makeup, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not imagining her having just gotten done up and just gotten to the date. Like, they've been there. And so naturally, your bottom lash line is gonna, if you didn't set it properly. So this is just, but this is a shot. I liked this. I'm not seeing the usual filter that I don't like. I'm seeing like some kind of camera-esque, but like info techie type of filter. I don't know if you're inferring what I mean, but like I'm enjoying seeing the text on this screen, except I'm noticing a copy edit where it says Cupid system ... E. Like, but that's just me being pedantic. I love the attraction levels it'll set up and, you know, the camera settings in the right-hand corner. What's interesting to note, and this I just know this because I play around a lot on Photoshop and Lightroom, these almost look like the nozzles that we expect with Lightroom and Photoshop and stuff like that. So that's cute. Like that's, but this is just really lovely.
TikTok, we got all day. We all want like some moon. I kinda picture for everything. Maybe your wedding ring resembling my future in a way. Clock and TikTok, we got all day. We all want, so one by one. Baby, we can do it one by one. Take it 2 by 2. What we talking about, me and you? Baby, let's go, we can do it. For the good and the bad, yeah, we in it for the long run. Baby, let's go, we can do it. For the good and the bad, yeah, we in it for the long run. We can do it. For the good and the bad, yeah, we in it for the long run. We can do it. For the good and the bad, yeah, we in it for the long run.
What the hell? You can tell that someone like zoomed out and it was not smooth. That wasn't necessary. That was not necessary. Let's continue. It's almost done. Okay, so that's the video in totality. Nice. I'm going to get to the cinematography notes from Mthandeni. So he says, in his opinion, the camera work was solid overall. The best moments cinematically came in the studio with controlled lighting and emphasis on virtual effects, which was tastefully done throughout the scene, even with the Jukes brand placement and ultimately lending to the narrative. Color was a hit in the studio, according to Mthandeni. The external setting visuals were underwhelming, he says. Color and the image seemed hard to control as the sun was a challenge and resulted in highlights being mostly blown out. So I noticed this, right? And I picked this up with a lot of different productions. Obviously, I haven't done reviews for every video, but when I was working at an urban culture publication last year, I had to watch a lot of people's music videos. And one thing that I noticed is that people don't want to just reschedule a shoot if the sun starts setting on them and they've been using natural light for various reasons. Sometimes it's expensive, availability of everybody, the cost of renting equipment perhaps could have factored in. So when I saw the external mini golf visuals in this music video, it just like, there was just no... It was like high school cute. And by high school cute, I mean like fan cam. I'm making a video with my, like when my partner is not watching type of cute, and not necessarily the kind of cute that I want to see in a music video. Did it relay the message? Yes. That we can be in love and then it's going to be you and me until. It relayed that message very effectively. But on the topic of, was it like excellent cinematography juxtaposing the very beautiful imagery that was coming out of the controlled studio setting? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That was underwhelming, actually. That was perfectly said. The dancing was cute. It was nice. It was nice to see. Was it fully necessary? I don't know. But because they did not build that storyline of like how Rouge was actually minding or watching this love unfold, because they didn't choose that avenue, they did need another like filler, and that filler was the dancing. So I mean, it had its use. The costuming was nice. What I will say is that it's slightly different from the album artwork, the styling in the album artwork. So part of the reason why I was getting Men in Black vibes is because the album art suggests that both of them are going to be in suits. But then Rouge is not in a suit. She is in like, well, she is a suit, but she's in a bodysuit, not like a suit and tie kind of setup. So in that sense, it kind of like veered from the initial plot, or from what seemed to be the initial plot, but she was still very well dressed. I think that's a given. She was still very well dressed. So from a styling perspective, top notch. As for what the people in the mini golf scene were wearing, okay. And I think it's because I'm just like past that style of, I'm just past that style. Like that's not my style personally. And I just can't relate. I could not relate. It really felt and looked like young love. Very young love. And while that might be true, it's just not my cup of tea. So it was decently styled though. Like it was well styled. I think that's immutable. It was well styled. The makeup was good. The hair was great. So, 10 out of 10 for that. The camera work, specifically, not the effects, the camera work was good. Save for that moment where they zoomed out and zoom in, where they were pulling out and it was just shaky. That was whack. That wasn't and it's such a tiny thing, such a tiny moment, but it's so memorable when you're watching something fluid, and then janky. So I didn't like that. And also I just didn't like how, not how the mini golf scene was shot, but I didn't like how it translated visually, because granted, it has that hidden camera vibe, and you even see the correlation of that when like Rouge is wearing her binoculars inside that studio, and then you're literally seeing a frame with the binocular like cut out, I guess, and then you see the characters in between there. So based on that, I can see that there was definitely direction and vision, but the translation, it didn't fully connect for me. And then also just like the editing, it was just very blown out. It was either very bright or not very bright. And so then those differences, it's like, okay, so were you chasing the sun, or was it just too high at some point when you guys were filming? What was the point? What was happening? Because you can't go from just like crystal crisp, beautiful, well lit, orchestrated studio to we'll just do whatever we want for the outdoor settings. Like that's not, you can't do that. You can't do that without me seeing it, and without me as the viewer being a bit surprised by that juxtapositioning. So for the camera work in that regard, it's like, yeah, it's out of 2, it's a 1. The special effects were really cool, right? But the thing with special effects, it's not just that the effects have to be cool, it's that the people in, like the characters in the thing, they've got to know how to interact with the special effects. So there was a time when like AKA just looked like he was tapping on a glass, and he probably was in real life, because what else was he gonna do? But in that moment, I wanted a little bit more. But then again, AKA is not an actor, right? He's never purported to be an actor. Rouge, on the other hand, is a SAFTA-nominated and award-winning, musician. So she's in that space. There were moments where it just didn't seem together. Like it didn't seem like there was proper mesh with the special effects. And that has everything to do with the fact that you've got to be a really seasoned actor to get into that imaginative space. So yeah, that's that for that. The narrative, the storyline, to me, it was there. It took a while to be like properly communicated, but eventually it was fully communicated, you understood at some point that like Rouge was orchestrating romance, or like at minimum that she was evaluating it, that her character was doing that. AKA's character, I don't know what he was doing, because it also didn't link very well like during his scene, I wasn't seeing a lot of in and out between the mini golf set and the studio set. And that's how you were really able to infer what Rouge was doing. So, but the narrative was there. It was there. Yeah. Those are my thoughts on this music video. For me, out of 10, I'd give this a solid 8. An arguable 8.5. Arguable. But definitely an 8. Because I feel like, save for the couple of production issues, like the technical issues that I took from this video, it had a storyline that you could kind of follow. Styling and whatnot were, sorted out. Yeah, there were some moving parts that didn't land all the way together, but this was a good video. This was a really good video. And the fact that also, like, they took a risk. They took a really big risk with this, because special effects in South Africa, they have been suspect in the past. So this was definitely like a risky move for them. And the fact that they also went outside of the norm and standard box. Not that Rouge ever plays in that box, ever. But because she's done such a great job throughout her career of having good videos, she needed to go out of that box and going like futuristic, like high-tech, futuristic high-tech vibes. That's a good look. It's a good look. You've got to give props where props are due. So for me, this is an 8 out of 10. Again, I'm Misa Narrates. This is my digital space. I hope you've subscribed, but I mostly hope that you've enjoyed. Okay? I'll see you in the next video. I'll see you tomorrow, because literally I'm going to be looking like this for a second. We're going to be dropping a video every day this week. So make sure you subscribe. Hit on that bell button so you don't miss an upload. And let's move together. Okay? All right. Until next time. Bye.